What if I told you that one of America's most iconic stadiums where legends played, fans roared, and history was made is now a ghost town rotting in silence? RFK Stadium, once the beating heart of Washington, D.C. sports, has become a national embarrassment. It's got cracked concrete, rusted beams, empty stands that once held 56,000 people. And it's not just an abandoned building, but it's a symbol of a city's lost pride. But that might be about to change. How's it going? My name is Gus. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Little Thing Called Life. And today we're gonna get into what's going on with the Commanders and the big plans and changes that are coming soon. Like I said, it has been crazy to think about that this stadium has been abandoned, but that might be about to change. A new $3.8 billion plan to promise to tear down the ruins and build something bold, a shot at bringing the Commanders back to the city. The proposal has shocked the nation because it's not just about football. It's about the power, politics, and public money, and the fight over who decides a city's future. Some say it's a rival, others say it's a scam that could cost taxpayers over $1 billion. In this video, we're diving into the full story from the fall of RFK to the battle for funding to the vision that could reshape DC forever. This isn't just about a stadium. It's about what happens when a city refuses to let history die and dares to build something bigger. RFK Stadium wasn't always a forgotten ruin. It started as a bold idea in the 1930s, a massive national stadium to honor President Theodore Roosevelt. The goal was for a 100,000 seat arena that could host the Olympics, the presidential inauguration, global events, but those plans never got off the ground. Decades passed, ideas stalled, and at the end of the day, money ran out. Fast forward to 1958, Congress passed the DC Stadium Act. A new practical vision emerged, a 56,000 seat multi-sport arena. It opened in 1961 and quickly became one of the largest, most flexible stadiums in the country. From day one, RFK hosted a full house. The NFL's Washington Redskins, the MLB Washington Senators, and George Washington University football team. On opening day, President John F. Kennedy threw the first pitch. It felt like the start of something great, but behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. The Senators struggled to draw fans, the Orioles were just up the road, and the team faced high rent and tight contracts. By September 1971, less than 15,000 fans showed up for the final game. It ended in chaos, and fans stormed the field, and baseball left the building. That left the Redskins in control. In the 1970s and 1980s, they turned RFK into a fortress. 3 Super Bowl wins, sold out games, a golden era, but it didn't last. Owner Jack Hancock wanted a new stadium. Politics, environmental issues, and fights over the team's name blocked progress. In 1996, the Redskins left RFK for a new home in Maryland. They took the fan base, the energy, and the revenue. RFK went quiet, but the city leaders didn't give up. That same year, Major League Soccer, DC United made RFK its home. And in 2005, the Washington Nationals returned baseball to the stadium. For a moment, RFK felt alive again. Fans packed the stands, the chants, the drums, the energy. It was a rebirth. Unfortunately, just like a lot of good ideas, the timing wasn't on RFK's side. The building was falling apart, there was cracks, peeling paint, a structure not built to last. The Nationals left in 2008, DC United finally left in 2017 for Audi Field that was just newly built. By 2019, the stadium was empty again. The city was losing millions just to keep the place standing. Interior demolishing began in January of 2025. In April of 2025, the mayor and the new Commanders owner unveiled a $3.8 billion plan to transform the entire 170-acre RFK site. At the center, a new 65,000-seat NFL stadium is now looked to be built. Smaller, smarter, tech-focused, and built for year-round use. Natural light, a fixed roof, concerts, conferences, and community events even in the winter. But this plan is bigger than football. The site would be split into 6 districts, 3 led by the Commanders and 3 by the city. One district, a plaza with various types of shops, restaurants, and housing. Another stadium and training grounds, as well as a riverfront park and some good trails. The cool part about this as well is that 30 acres of green space will be preserved along the Anacostia River, and old playing fields will be rebuilt. It's really exciting that a new sports complex would rise, and Kingman Park, one of DC's undeserved neighborhoods, will get a new housing and recreational space. In total, 5,000 to 6,000 new homes, 30% of that would be affordable housing, 1.4 million visitors a year, 8,000 parking spots, down from 22,000, but still something. As my uncle once said, everybody wants a Ferrari, but not everyone has a Ferrari type money, and now the hard part is the funding. Of that 3.8 billion, 2.7 billion comes from private investors, the NFL, and the Commanders' ownership. The remaining 1 billion is from taxpayers, 500 million for infrastructure, 22 million for transportation studies, 181 million from events, 175 million in bonds planned for 2032, and a special tax originally for Nationals Park would be renamed and extended. To help fund this development, local businesses aren't thrilled, as they expected that tax to end. But Mayor Muriel Bowser is pushing hard. She says that it's about jobs, growth, and community building. 16,000 construction jobs, 2,000 permanent ones, and a shot at hosting a Super Bowl. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says the odds just went up by approving this plan. But critics aren't convinced. They say that the public's funds should go to schools, hospitals, and housing, not billionaire owners. And the biggest hurdle, the DC Council, they hold the final vote. If it passes construction, it will start in late 2026. The stadium opens up by 2030. Until then, RFK stands silent, a symbol of a past glory, a lesson in lost momentum, and maybe, just maybe, the foundation for something greater. Thanks for tuning in. I personally am really excited about the thought of having the Commanders come back to DC. I personally remember one of my first friends in America, Nick Perry. His dad actually had RFK tickets, and I will never forget being able to catch one of those games before the Commanders went to FedEx Field. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Little Thing Called Life with Gus. I'm hoping everyone's having a good summer, and I'll see you on the next episode.